more about you all the time. That's great. Wow, that's small world.
Yeah, I almost married Paul and his wife, Misty, but I had another wedding going on at the same time, so I couldn't.
You almost performed the wedding, or you almost married the day?
Yeah, no, I almost officiated.
Oh, okay.
I almost made a threesome marriage.
Just wanted to clarify.
Polygamy, you know. Sister was.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
They're a great band. I don't know if you've ever seen them.
I have never heard of them.
Okay, you should come. You should come.
Yeah,
They're a
I
great
will.
band.
I will.
I've enjoyed them
What?
over the years. So that's Wednesday, and then after that, we've got a Sunday show. I guess it is a group. She's gonna come back in January. Excuse me. She's gonna come back in January, and but she's gonna be solo then. But the following Sunday, a week from today, will be a group called Irene's Entropy, which I'm really looking forward to that. I've had a friend who he goes to music all the time, and he said he saw them recently. He said that was the best thing he's ever seen. He said it changed his life.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I said, well, we got to make that happen.
I bought so many CDs from him. They're gonna be broke.
So anyway, that will be a week from today.
Awesome.
And then we've got just 2 more concerts after that. There's one with fellow Pinions who you guys know.
We do, yeah.
I didn't know that, but apparently they know them. And then that's the Wednesday, the 30th, and then December 2nd, Ashton Barbary. I was actually not going to do any shows in December.
Yeah, Stephanie's gonna. Oh yeah.
She contacted me. She's like, "Hey, can I come up December 2nd?" And at first I told her no. and then I watched some of the videos and I said, "I can't tell you no." So I'm going to do a show December 2nd.
All right.
And then I'm gonna
Is that on the list yet?
Not back there. Yeah,
Okay.
I do have concert schedules up there, but it is not on that.
On that
schedule.
one, okay, because I didn't think they went that far, but that's good, I'm glad.
But if you put your email down on the email list, I will make sure I get you on there, and then I send out emails once a week generally. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and let these guys do their thing. Very thankful for you guys to be here, and we obviously have a bunch of mutual friends. So. All right, let's do it.
We'll play one and then we'll talk a little bit. so much, y'all. It seems like we've been here for an hour, and I think we're all on a first-name basis with at least one of you. And it just kind of seems like that's what happens here in Bishop Hill on this series. You know, I was talking to John and then Carlin and Richard, and it's like, well, you know, I'm telling you, I'm gonna by the end of the show, someone on stage is gonna say the name of everyone here. And it's like, yeah, some of our friends started playing here, and we started noticing it pop up on schedules, and you know, all of a sudden you talk to somebody, and they're like, oh, we had a really nice time, and it's like, well, I want to go play there.
Go there.
So what'd you say? Here.
Here.
So we're Sprig of that. Well, we'll kind of unfurl our story and what we do over the next little bit. But we all met in Minnesota. We were living in the Twin Cities and playing music, and we kind of met each other as people first. You know, it wasn't some masterminded plan of like, you know what collection of instruments go really well together.
That's what you think.
I stand corrected. It was a masterminded plan. But we met each other, and we started getting really close, and found that this collection of 3 instruments worked really well, and we started writing music together, and we've been doing it ever since. You know, trying to bring something a little different, but in a way that feels really, really familiar, and kind of tells a story, whether we're singing or not. So the first one is a tune called River Song. We got a chance to be a part of a project where people were asked to write music dedicated to the Mississippi. So we had a working title of River Song, you know, with the idea that one day we would come up with a different title. And then kind of crunch time came, and there we were with River Song. Yeah, this next one's called On the Rocks. It's a tune of Isabel's. Tell us a little bit about On the Rocks.
Well, On the Rocks, I wrote kind of inspired a little bit by this popular bluegrass tune called Whiskey Before Breakfast. And I'm like, well, this is my take on that, but it's minor, and so I'm like, on the rocks, like whiskey. But then I also, you know, the other meaning is that I studied geology in college, so I'm like, to me, I also am like, you know, it's like my tribute to all the beautiful rocks out there in the world, and whiskey.
Also whiskey.
Yeah, so it tastes and sounds and feels a little bit like this. just say this is Isabel Damon on fiddle, if you haven't met her yet. This is Chrissy Bergmark on tabla. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But yeah.
What kind of whiskey does a geologist drink on the rocks?
Oh. I'm a big Scotch fan myself. A little smoky. Yeah, a little peaty, a little smoky. I don't know. Not above a good bourbon though, you know.
We'll take what we can get.
I have a bar up the street. Let me bring you some shots.
Please.
This is my daughter, and it's her birthday.
Happy birthday! What's her name?
Oh, you knew that.
But I'm serious about the shots. I would say no. I don't have any scotch over there, but.
I'll say it again. We'll take whatever we can.
Yeah, we'll take it.
There's a few more that I think we should get through first before I
Yeah. It's gonna require a little brain power, a little dexterity.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
All right. Annie?
Yeah.
All right.
let's
Here
do
we
it.
go.
since we're talking about Scotch, you want to hear a couple Scottish tunes? All right, the first one's a strathspey. Everybody say strathspey. Which is a type of dance called McKinnon's Brook. And the next one is a reel called Pigeon on the Gate. Ooh. Thank you so much. Ilan Blanc on the guitar wrote that one. So this next tune's a little something different. A couple years ago, we had the opportunity, we got a grant from the Metropolitan Regional Arts Council in Minneapolis to commission a bunch of composers around the Twin Cities to write pieces for us, which was a very exciting project, and we planned all these concerts, and then something happened in March 2020. Can't remember quite what that was, but anyway, we didn't do the concerts. But we had all this grant funding, so we were able to pivot the project and record them instead, which was really special for us, really, I don't know, kind of a saving experience to have a goal that year that we were working towards, you know, like something to do. So anyway, this next one is a piece that a Turkish-American composer named Jon Zahm wrote for us, called Adalet, which means justice. And I had the pleasure of learning how to sing it in Turkish. So, ooh.
Can you all hear me okay without the mic?
I don't know if it'll go through the live stream though.
Oh, it won't. Okay. That's well, then I'll just use it just in case. Jon's a really interesting, fascinating person. He's a professional musician, and as a hobby, he's a neuroscientist. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's the other way around. Sorry. I always mix that up. But he's this wonderful singer and guitarist, and you know, most of the people that wrote music for us, we sat down with them and we did some stuff and we showed them and we played and they asked questions about, you know, about Chrissy's instrument, and Jon came and sat down and he said, "So I already wrote your song." Yeah, and he looks at Isabel and he says, "And you're gonna sing it in Turkish."
And I'm like, okay.
You know, we said, you know, Jon, you're a lovely singer. Would you want to do this with us? And he said, no. You're going to sing this, and I'm going to teach you to do it. And so Isabel and Jon got together, and they worked. We
sent voice memos back and forth a number of times.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no, it's, Hürütürhüm, you know, not Yürütürhüm or...
Yeah,
I don't know. Lots of little pronunciation things.
You worked so hard on it, and I'll just say, because Isabel won't, that, you know, at the end, Jon was really very.
Thank you.
Oh man, Jon was so complimentary and impressed. And one time we talked to him, and he said, you know, I just have to tell you, I've been sharing the song with some of my friends and some of my family back home, and I showed the song to one of them, and they said, "When did she move to the U.S.? She's starting to lose her accent."
I'm pretty proud of that. So this is Adalet.
Beni bakın sana getirdi o yasake direnecektim yokluğunda büyüyecektim. Bir ağacın dalları gibiyim artık o yasake yeşerecektim yokluğunda büyüyecektim. sanacekadesa sonumubirteksen bilirisin söylebuna siladalet
Again, it's Isabel Damon singing and fiddling for you tonight. Well, we're getting close. We're getting close. When we first started playing as a band, Isabel and I had just moved to Minneapolis, and Chrissy was already there. And, we had this... I didn't know that many people playing music in Minneapolis. I didn't really even know that many people in Minneapolis, to be honest. And Chrissy seemed like a rock star to me, which she certainly is. So Isabel and I sort of start scheming about wanting to get together to play some music with her. And Isabel was working at an ice cream shop. It seems excellent, but it seemed like at the time the business idea just wasn't right for the location.
Yeah, they opened in November.
First of all, yeah.
It was very cool. It was like Thai rolled ice cream where they you pour it on the cold thing and chop it up, spread it out, roll it up. It's like a masterpiece, very little artistic thing. It was very fun to make, but
then they also really kind of doubled down on being a coffee shop.
Right.
Well, there you go. But the point is that it seemed like they couldn't quite get it right.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I was just going to say, so you were working at... I guess we can stop talking about the ice cream shop. But Isabel was working at this ice cream shop, and it was on my way home from the teaching that I was doing.
You like peanut butter. I have peanut butter ice cream.
Yeah. I would come by and loiter. and pick up some ice cream, hang out, and one of these times, Chrissy had sent us this message that said, "Hey, would you want to get together to play?"
Wait, is that where we were?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
And I remember walking into the ice cream store, and there was no one there. So, so I could say, it was late at night also. I mean, 7, 8 o'clock, late in the, well, who gets ice cream at 7 o'clock? Yeah. And I remember we excitedly talked about this. And on my way, we said, oh, we should get together with Chrissy. That would be so fun. What are we going to play? Violin and guitar and tabla? I don't know. So on my way out, I remember walking down the street home. I just started sort of singing this thing to myself. You see where this is going now?
I do. I don't think I knew this story.
Yeah, it's news to me.
And so on my way home, I just started singing. But and so I have this idea, and so I pull out my cell phone and I hit the record function.
Not that cell phone though.
No, not this one that had a record function. And I start singing this melody to myself, but because I know myself, I know that I have to as much describe what I'm doing to myself as sing it, because when I listen back, it sounds like So into my phone, I start, walking down the street like a weirdo, going na 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 D major, but it's in 7, na, na, and then we go to A minor, na, 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 and that's where I kind of had the first idea for this tune, which became one of our first ones that we did together.
Thank you for that backstory, Lon. Yeah. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, with all due respect, I didn't mean to rag on that, on your previous place of employment.
Sounds like a great place. It does.
It was.
It was very good ice cream.
It sounds good.
Very tasty.
We have really good ice cream here too.
That's why we're here.
Ice cream. Not the bourbon.
So this tune is called Certain Mornings.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
No.
Oh.
No. Si's too busy goofing off.
You just wait. We have another one for you, too.
We got a lot to talk
So this next one is a tune that we don't play all the time, but we get to play when we have like a longer set, and it's one of my favorites. And it's a John Reichman tune. What was your connection with your okay. Oh, okay. All right. I like this
No, my
tune. That's all I
dad-
wanted to say.
I learned recently that so it's by Jon Reichman, who's an amazing mandolinist, and my dad recently was saying, "Oh, do you want to go to this Jon Reichman show?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "Oh, like my buddy Steve, his brother Steve Reichman, said he'd put us on the guest list," and I'm like, "You're buddies with his brother? That's cool." I just didn't.
All
know.
right. Well,
it's not that cool, but you brought it up, so.
yeah. Well, thanks for obliging. This is Salt Spring.
And John.
Good guys, you're here.
Thank
Milan wants to know when we're going to take these shots. Oh, wow. Pre-tabla talk? I don't know about that. Talk shots. Okay.
As long as he's fine.
We gotta probably cheers, right? Cheers to Nicole. Yeah. We'll wait till everybody gets a drink.
Yeah, Mary, take it.
Mary, yeah, you're good. We'll wait for you. Do you know any jokes or?
No, do you want to do your talk or?
No, we gotta do this shot and then I'll do my talk. Shot and then talk.
All right. Well, if you have a drink.
Cheers to Nicole.
To Bishop Hill.
Yeah,
And this beautiful
to
place.
Nicole and Bishop Hill. Woo. Yay! That's awesome. We're thrilled, frankly. Well, I usually take a little time every show that we do to talk about my instrument because it's kind of unusual in this context. Thank you. I've gotten a lot of cosmetic compliments about it, and I think they're very cute. I love them. So my instrument
sometimes puts her headphones on them, and it looks like they have little earmuffs on.
it's very cute, and we're recording. I love it.
I have a friend who termed them bowls with hats.
Bowls with hats, yeah. So my instrument is called the tabla. So it's it always autocorrects to table, but it's spelled table, but instead of an E at the end, it's A. But you say it tabla, with a supported T. So let's try that. Tabla. Tabla. Beautiful. I've been playing tabla for about 14 years. And I got started because I was in music school as a percussionist. And so I took a class, and I fell in love with them. And I wrote a grant when I was an undergrad to go to India, to go to Mumbai to study them, which is where they originated from. And I've been back a few times since to study with my teacher there. But if you've ever seen a classical Indian music concert, and specifically North Indian music, which is also known as Hindustani music, then you've probably seen this instrument. They're really common for accompaniment in Indian classical music. But one of the things that I love about tabla is you can get so many different sounds out of this instrument. It's a really wide range. And one of the really wonderful things about learning it is that every single sound on this instrument has a specific name that goes with it. And it's called a bowl. So not only is it a wide variety of sounds to play with, but it's also kind of a language. And I wanted to show you some of those words today. Is that okay? Yeah. So this high sound, that's called ta. Ta. Beautiful. This low sound, this is called g. G. Nice. When you combine them, thanks. When you combine them, you get da, but it's not like D-A, it's D-H-A, so it's a breathier da, so it's da. Da. Yeah, just with your diaphragm, da. Beautiful, that sounds like this. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Alaraka and Ravi Shankar, yeah. Yes, yeah, we got you, yeah. And then, these short sounds, these are called tete. Tete. Beautiful. And then when I combine them together, I get to play them really fast, which is a fun sound. So now that we know a few of the words, we can kind of combine them to form like musical sentences. And then when we're first learning tabla, we take those musical sentences and we like permutate them all around. But I want to show you some of those musical sentences today and see if we can try a few. So let's try this one. Da te te. Da te te da. Da te te da te te. Da te te da te te da da. Good. Let's try it a little faster. Da te te da te te da da. 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 Yeah, let's try a couple more. Da te te da te te da da. Da te te da te te da da. All right, one more. I think you got this. Da te te da te te da da. Da te te da te te da da. Yeah! Oh my gosh! Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, I want to try one more because that was only 2 sounds. So we're going to do one with all 4 sounds this time that you learned. So this one is ta ga te te. Ta ga te te. Ta ga te te da da. 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 Beautiful. Nice job. So the first one that we learned, the da te te da te te da da, is actually the first line of the first composition that most tabla players learn when they first start playing. So if you're interested and curious about learning tabla, you're already part of the way there. So nice job. So the reason I wanted to explain a little bit of that and give you, besides giving you some background on my instrument, is because this next tune is named after one of my favorite tabla compositions. It's called Kiranaka, which is a specific combination of sounds. But the composition that this combination of sounds comes from, I kind of used like some of the accents and the ideas and kind of pulled like a melody out of it. But the composition itself, I don't actually end up playing in the tune. So I wanted to show you a little bit of it so that it's in your ears as you listen to the composition. So I'll recite it for you first, and then I'll show you what it sounds like on the drums. So, thank you. This is what it sounds like on the drums. One more. You know what? I kind of need one more time because honestly, I'm feeling that bourbon like just a little bit. I need some clarity. It's her birthday. Yes. I'll do it again. Okay, and then I'll play it. Thank you.
It amazes me every time.
Thank you. And this is what it sounds like on the drums. Thank you. This one is called Kiranaka.
One drum in the back being punished for some reason? I thought maybe we might have been talking back to
No, this drum is such a good drum. And they're never bad. They're just fussy sometimes. But no, this one is actually tuned to the high drums in every tabla set are tuned to a specific note. This one is an A, and this one is a B, and a lot of our tunes are either an A or D, which makes it sound like I'm playing the right note. This one is can be tuned to a specific pitch, but isn't usually, just because I do a lot of modulation and dipping up and down with it. So it's moving around a lot anyway, so as long as the tone is nice and warm, it's not such a big deal that it's a different note. So, good question, though. I know. This one gets used less, and I appreciate your compassion towards my B drum. You want to talk about this next one?
Sure.
Okay.
Anyway, back to peanut butter. I'll keep it short and sweet. I eat industrial amounts of peanut butter. I'll say I had a roommate. I was telling you the story last night. Who we would buy peanut butter, from the grocery store in the sure, in the 5 pound or 5 gallon buckets, or 5 pound. Excuse me, 5 gallon. Though, does anyone sell 5 gallon buckets of peanut butter? All right, these 5 sounds, well, to each their own. It's 5 pounds. And I remember after a week, we'd finished it. And I said to one of my roommates, I said, wow, we really did, there was 4 of us. I said, we really did a number on this peanut butter. And 2 of them looked at each other and said, well, we didn't have any. And I looked at the third one and I said, well, then you and I did number. He said, I ate 1 peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, and I said, wow, I might have a problem here. So anyway, my favorite. I'll be okay. I promise. I'll be okay. I won't cause any problems. My favorite is the Skippy's Natural with Honey. I've tried them all. I don't know if I go that far. I'm very casual with it, but I've eaten a lot of peanut butter, and I find that this one is, for me, the most delicious. The more sort of natural stuff with the oil on top that you have to, and I like the other, all the other stuff too, but this one with the honey. I don't know. It just does it for me. So we wrote this little tune, and I was looking for a name. It's short and sweet. And as I was sitting there pondering, with my spoonful of Skippy's honey peanut butter natural in my mouth, I said, oh, well, we'll just call it peanut butter honey. You see what happens when you give me a microphone?
It's really on it tonight.
Either way. Thanks, y'all. John, how are we doing on time? All right. I mean, I'll play all night. This is great. This is great. Certainly is. We'll see. Julia, yes or no?
Should I sing another one? Woo!
Okay.
So we mostly do instrumental stuff. And we have a
She does,
thank
doesn't
you,
she?
thank you. Yeah, we have 2 albums out so far. One is an EP that we released in 2019 that had the last one we did and this next one, and Certain Mornings from earlier. And then we have the album with all the commissioned pieces by composers. So we have a couple vocal tunes on those. And then a lot of what we've been playing is off of an album that is going to come out in February. We had the pleasure of going down to Nashville last December to record all original music. It's like our first big, like, this is us album. So we're really, really, really excited. We've been playing most of those for you tonight. So if you like it, we'd love to stay in touch. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so anyway, we've released a couple singles off that. You know, you can sign up for our email list. We don't spam you. But anyway, this next one, so we mostly do instrumental music, but we have done a couple vocal tunes, and this one is one of the first ones we did. It's called I've Endured, and it's a Ola Bell Reed tune. There's a lot of different people that cover this tune. It's like a popular folk tune. We think our version is unusual.
This, yeah.
Well, I don't know. You'll have to listen to them and decide for yourself. Anyway, this is I've Endured.
Born in the mountains, many years ago, I've trod the hills and valleys, through the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flashing and heard the thunder roll. I've endured. How long must one endure? Barefoot in the summer and on into the fall. and there'll be many more. I've lived, loved, and sorrowed, been through success's door. I've endured. How long must one endure?
Thanks so much, y'all. This has been so fun. Like, truly, man. We still got a couple left, and one of them is 2 hours long. So now we're gonna do one, and then we've got a last one's kind of a medley between two. But I just, what'd you say? Oh shoot. All right, well then we gotta get you home at a reasonable. Yeah. We'll play them all twice as fast. But I just want to take a second to say thank you, because to show up in a new place and to have people who are gonna come and listen and treat you really nicely, there's no words for it. And we really, especially after the last few years, we really can't take it for granted. Like I was saying, we were talking earlier about how all the special people that you all have had come through here, and it's like, unless we're talking like Paul McCartney, a gig's a gig, and there's gotta be a show the next night. You gotta go somewhere to play, and here, yeah, I'm sure. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know Jon is a miracle worker. He'll make it happen. But I just want to say, like, even with the internet and everything, like, we found that you still do this one person at a time, and you go, you play everywhere. And so we're just so grateful for people like you who support live music and keep artists like us, doing what we do. So thank you. Oh, well. And so to echo what Isabel was saying, if you want to support live music even more, we have some shirts and we have CDs. We have 1 bar of soap left. The next time we come, we will have our fully developed lifestyle brand. We have some socks left. You think I'm kidding. We got socks and stickers and CDs, posters, and we'll have more soap, and we'll have an herb blend next time. We're not kidding. And that's all there. We'll be hanging out until they kick us out here. And until Carlin says, okay, come home. Yeah. No, but if you know anyone who works for Skippy's,
We need that endorsement.
yeah, let them, put them in touch. And either way, hopefully you all keep up. We've got a newsletter. We send, like Isabel said, a really exceedingly reasonable number of emails. And we're the only Sprig of That online as far as a band. We're the only time the phrase Sprig of That gets used, unless it's like a cooking article. Or a gardening article, yeah. So if you like what you hear, we got some stuff that we'd love to send you home with. We'd love for you to keep in touch, and we'd love to be back. And we still got a couple more, so we don't have to start crying yet. This is a oh man. Well, we got some stuff for you, and it seems like maybe y'all have some stuff for us too. This is our version of a old time tune called Cluck Old Hen.
that is a good question. Timpani are also tuned. Yeah, they're really fun. So there's like different. Oh my gosh, you asked the wrong question. I'm gonna go off. There's different like models of timpani, but some timpani are like pedal timpani only, so you can actually play melodies on them, which is super fun. I love tunable drums. I get really excited about tunable drums, but yeah, but not many others, I guess. Yeah, most are tuned for like tone quality, like so they sound good, but.
It's 2 hours of that. Yeah.
2 hours of
Well, one more time, thank you all so much. Jon, thank you for having us for this beautiful, beautiful sound. Dominic for the live stream, thank you for your help. For all you who support this series, this is so beautiful. We really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And yes. What's the last one? Oh, yeah, totally. Here we go.
Right into Frank's? Yeah. I can do that. Okay.
Band meeting over.
All right, ready? Thank you all so, so much. Elan Blanc on the guitar. Woo! Elan Blanc on the guitar. Chrissy Bergmark on the tabla. I'm Isabel Damon. We're Sprig of that.
Thanks so much, everybody. We love you. When we come back, you'll have to get us back.